I can't remember too much about the youngest part of it, because although we used to walk to school, I don't think there wasn't much going on in terms of war, if you like, in that area until after the Battle of Britain, and then eventually they extended the enemy Germans extended their areas of conflict further into the country, and so you were not exempt from bombardment.
Where were you living then?
I was living in Hayes.
So living in Hayes then, right?
Yeah,
okay.
and so you used to know, because aircraft would be going over, and you'd hear them and see them and wonder, and of course at that time they weren't too much bothered about the area that I lived in. They were aiming for bigger things like Bristol, and Gloucester, and places like that, and going even further north, Coventry and the Midlands, where the industrial area was, and so we didn't. So we used to see things happening, and then but you never really saw. We never had much in the way of bombardment. Occasionally there would be something happen in the vicinity, like an aircraft going back that probably hadn't dropped their load somewhere, and they had to get rid of them somewhere, so they drop them on the countryside somewhere. You know, they just drop them anywhere just to get rid of it, those bombs. And then as time progressed, and I got to the stage of going to Mellor Lane, which was the comprehensive school, and we used to walk to school. You couldn't do it buses, you know, because there wasn't a direct bus route there, so you'd have to, if you went on a bus, you'd have to go on one bus and then try and get on another bus, and it was quicker to walk in some respects. So we just walked, and one of the things that struck was that you'd go out in the morning and you'd see a lot of bedclothes hanging out of windows, and it was at the time when the aircraft were coming over and dropping incendiary bombs on housing, and these little bombs used to go through the roof, and the object of it was to go penetrating the roof and then set fire to it. And this was the sort of thing that got, I suppose people extinguished them one way or another, and then you finished up with all your bedclothes would be soaking wet where they'd extinguish these fires, and then everything had to go hang out the windows to dry. And then on the way to school, you would invariably walk in along the curbside to see if you could find any shrapnel, you know, and it was all a big thing once you got to school, was amongst the boys to see who got the most shrapnel and see who got the biggest pieces of shrapnel.
Carl, when did all your shrapnel went then? Where did all your shrapnel go?
No idea. I have no idea where it went.
God.
You know.
Hey?
And you know,